Hey guys, today I'm going to introduce you to my mom. She recently had a stroke a couple of weeks ago, and I think today we just want to talk about what happened, how she feels about it, how I feel about it, and signs and symptoms to look out for in case someone that you know and you love goes through something similar. So, Mom,
Yes.
say hello.
Hello.
What can you just tell everyone what happened?
Well, I walked into the house and I felt dizzy. And I held on to the cat tree because I was afraid I was going to fall. And I made my way over to the sofa. I do remember sitting on the sofa, and I remember you talking to me and asking me questions. And I remember one thing distinctly. You asked me what 7 plus 7 was, or 7 minus 7.
Yeah.
And I remember I could not, for the life of me, think what a 7 was. I didn't know if it was the cat tree, a board, the lawnmower. I didn't know what a 7 was.
Yeah, I remember. So I was actually going to school. I was upstairs doing some classes. Came downstairs and Mom's on the couch, and she just looks out of it. So I start to do like a little bit of an exam, I guess, on you, and immediately could tell that you just weren't right compared. Like I know you. I think I know you pretty well. And so you didn't feel any sort of like weakness on one side. You know how you say like, you know, you have a facial droop, or do you feel weak on one side? Did you feel any of those like symptoms that we think of?
I know that you asked me all those questions, and I remember that I didn't have control of my right leg. It was so weak.
The right leg.
Yeah. And I don't think that my face droop typically like what you see in a stroke patient. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things I know that they do. They look at the side of the face. This leg was so weak, I couldn't walk without help. And this arm, I couldn't put down. Now, that was in the hospital. They were putting me in the MRI, and they told me to put my arm down, and I couldn't put it down. And of course, the leg was still, they had to kind of flop it around wherever I was going because it was very weak.
I remember too, on the way to the hospital, even at home here, you couldn't find your sentences. You didn't really know what words to say. So that I think is what me and Dad were like. Okay, we need to really get you into the hospital. But you don't remember your speech being different or anything.
No.
Okay.
I remember one thing is I was trying to tell you something, and I could hear that it was coming out wrong, but my mind was thinking it was right. And I don't know when this part happened, but I saw light.
Yeah.
Remember me telling you about the light?
Yeah,
there was one streak of light, one streak of black, and then 2 streaks of white. And they kept going over me like this, like a wave. And every time it did that, the black one got a little bit longer, like it was going to gobble me up.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, wow, I'm tripping or something.
How do you feel now? I mean, we got you to the hospital. You excellent care. They took care of so you had a blockage in an artery in your brain, right? And so how do you feel now? Are you worried about it or another one happening? Do you feel any different from you used to feel? I
do feel different. I feel happier for one. But I still feel like because they said that, and you said too, it's likely that another one could happen. Every time I get up or walk and I'm a little dizzy, then I think, oh my gosh, here it's coming. But fortunately it hasn't. So yeah, I am worried about what caused it. I don't know if it was stress. I was under a lot of stress, but maybe people didn't know it.
It wasn't me. I hope I didn't call you too much stress.
No, but there was a lot of stress in my life at that time, and I have eliminated some of that stress, and I do feel better. I feel like I'm not in a hurry so much, and so. But they kept telling me I had high blood pressure, and no one has ever told me that. And all the doctor visits.
It's one of the risk factors, definitely. Yeah. So, Mom, I'm going to test you here, and I haven't asked you this before.
Okay.
Do you know what FAST stands for stroke awareness and stroke prevention?
I think the
FAST.
I think the F is for face,
Yep.
and A is for act. Arms. Arms. FAR. I still have trouble with words, with letters and
Are
stuff.
you okay?
Yeah. but it has everything has to do with like the symptoms.
Exactly.
And
So
then the last one is like call 911.
yeah, basically time. So it's F for face. So if you think someone's going through a stroke, have them smile. Try to have them smile.
Mm-hmm.
And if one side really can't smile, that might be a sign.
Mm-hmm.
A is the arms, so have someone hold their arms out in front of them or out to the sides, whatever you want.
What happened to my arms? Did I droop here?
Your right arm fell down like this.
Did it?
Yeah, and of course you had that right leg weakness too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing you could just check the legs as well. So FAS is speech.
Mm-hmm.
Have them talk to you. Try to figure out what they're trying to say. And for you, that was a big deal.
It was.
That was really impaired. T, biggest one, and the reason that she's sitting here and talking about it is time. We got her into the hospital so quick. Time is brain. Just like a heart attack where time is muscle for the heart, time is brain. The more that the brain is not getting blood, not getting oxygen, it doesn't like that, right? And so I am so happy that I feel blessed that I was home and Dad was home, that we could get you in, and I love you. I mean,
I love
seriously.
you too. You actually saved my life because Joe, my husband, his dad, told me to go to sleep. Just lie down and go to sleep. You'll be okay.
That's a good tip. Don't fall asleep if you're having a stroke. That's probably not a good idea. Anything else that you would like to say to anyone?
I think that there are some effects from that. I definitely feel like I'm walking slower and I'm more careful. I tie my shoes really tight because I don't want to fall.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to distract my feet from tripping. And I do suffer a little bit yet from, like, I can't spell fast. And I often, instead of typing on the text, I'll press that little microphone and talk into it because
it's
can't.
Faster that way anyway.
Well, it's faster and it spells for you,
Yeah, that's good.
So, but I'm definitely a little slower, but a little happier too.
Everyone's stroke is different. Everyone's treatment after a stroke is different. And so the things that affect you could affect others or not. So it's just very different. And she does need to tie her shoes very tight because she's a busy woman. Let me show you what she gets into. I'm sure you've heard them or seen them in the background. But we have our donkeys here, which she loves and adores. That one is Festus, and we have Jenny and Sugar Penny. They are very photogenic, obviously. So, thank you, Mom. This was great, and I think you've helped a lot of people with stroke awareness and looking out for the signs. So, thanks again.
Thank you.